Welcome back to vlog 2. There's a sculpture museum that is artist owned, local artist owned, right on the border of New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and I've actually been dying to check it out since getting home. So that is where I'm heading right now. We're back in the car. Okay. I didn't do too much vlogging this past weekend because it was just a little nutty. The energy in the house was just really heavy, and being home has been a bit difficult. So pretty much I spent all of Saturday cleaning the entire house, all 3 floors, saged the entire thing, cooked some clean food, and then went to the beach after that to cleanse myself because salt water is a great cleanser. And then ended up heading to Portsmouth, where I used to live, which was wild, and passed by the old apartment. Pretty much went there to go to Deadwick's, which, if you are not familiar from New Hampshire, it is a metaphysical store. So there were like some candles that I wanted to get there that I've been told work for abundance and calling in money. So we'll see how that works out. I don't usually work with candles, but I think it's all about the intention that you put out there at the end of the day anyways. Visiting Portsmouth was like a very sentimental moment for me because I moved out of there last year, and to think about this time last year, no joke, I was on my 3rd mental breakdown of 2022, and I was living in a hotel room for an entire month in New York City, and it was just absolutely miserable. I hated my job. I hated like where I was at. Like no amount of money could have made me happy. And to see where I'm at now, like somewhat different, maybe not entirely different. I'm like on my way to living bi-continental, which is the ultimate goal. And we're doing things that I absolutely love and have been wanting to do for years now, but you know, just was so influenced by others not to do that I didn't take the leap of faith. So one thing that I took the time to really think about over the weekend is where I want to take this vlog. And I know originally I told you guys like I'm starting it for you guys, like to share my life with, and obviously to like express and practice my creativity. But I was like, all right, let's get a little deeper. Like, what else could this be? Like, what other vehicle could this be? And one thing that I love doing is just sharing my spiritual experiences with you guys, and like my development and my growth. Because like for some people it's just like, the fuck? Like what? What are you talking about? Where is this coming from? And for other people it's like, that's so cool, or like, me too, like that's happening to me as well, like crazy alignment. And I just love those moments of either or. And so I really want to take this platform and explore it and see how I can share more of what I am learning about myself and my growth and development with y'all. From more of a spiritual standpoint than a like materialistic and travel aspect. While I will share my travels because I absolutely love that the most, I think spiritualism and like self-awareness really take the forefront. What I've been learning and realizing with my family especially is another aspect that I want to explore sharing. And and just like things that I learned along the way. Like the more you travel especially, the more you're exposed to, and I think that in its own is worth sharing to the world. And I think that was my overall purpose, you know, like me going to Bali wasn't just me going to learn yoga for myself. It was also me wanting to understand what my purpose was. And if anything, I think I've always known my purpose. I just have been denying it because I didn't want to fit into this square box of like what a spiritual person is. Like, I didn't think it was possible to balance being spiritual while being a city girl, or being spiritual while living a really nice lifestyle. And we're here, by the way. We're here at the lake house. So, bridging gaps. Like, I think that's where my life is heading. I know that's where my life is heading. And taking the things that I've learned in Bali and the Eastern world. Guys, you have to see this butterfly. It's actually a moth. Well, no, I think it's a cricket, actually. It's a fat PH cricket. Or a butterfly. I don't know yet. But as I was saying, bridging the gap between the two. So I'm very excited. Glow! Random thought, y'all ever just like feel up on your kneecaps and wonder how, or just amazed by how small it is in comparison to your thick, big thigh? Good morning, guys. A new day today, and today, you have already seen it, but today is the first day I am posting. Holy crap, my hair is wild. The day I am posting my first vlog, and I'm really excited. I have like watched it, listened to it, edited it like 20 times now, and I have realized it's super short. It's kind of vague. But that's probably why this second vlog is so long, because it's so meaty and it kind of gets into the depths of it. But very excited. I am heading down to Boston today to see James and celebrating him and his birthday, which I'm super stoked about. And then I also just signed on my contract for a roaming, keyword roaming, office space. So I'm very excited about that. We're making moves, guys. I know it doesn't sound like much, but for me, like, commitment. Yeah, we know. It's happening in 2 hours.
It's emotionally damaged, just like me. Playing Jersey year 29, baby.
Hi guys. You really never know how bad your hair looks until you actually look into a mirror, and I don't really look into mirrors all that often, so safe to say my hair looks bad half the time. So we are heading to Seaport today. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, so working. Late start on work. I did all my project work this morning, so I'm gonna go in and do some of my own personal work, and just needed to switch up the space. Yesterday was a complete wash of a day, and that's why I wasn't vlogging. The weather was just moody, I was moody, and y'all, this is why I don't really drink all that much anymore. One, because it keeps you out late, and I like having an early start of my day. And two, I'm always in a mood afterwards. Like Drake 2009 mood. Like, does that make sense? Does anyone know what I mean when I say Drake 2009 mood? Oh, like Marvin's Room. Yeah. I was just all up in a mood yesterday. The weather wasn't helping, and so I'm trying to ensure that I'm showing myself a lot of grace because, as I said at the beginning of the video, this week is a reset week, and so I'm standing by that. So anything that happens this week, oh well. Good afternoon, guys. I thought I'd try get ready with me while catching you guys up. It's so good that I'm only sharing this with my closest friends because for now we'll see, because God, I would never in a million years post this on like my Instagram or in general. So yesterday when I was at the beach, it was like a beautiful sunset, and there were like not too many people out, but quite a few people out. And all of a sudden the sun just got covered by this huge massive cloud because it was raining like crazy yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, I like just got here. This is such a bummer. And so when I ended up leaving, and I also posted this on my Instagram, but when I was leaving, I could see the sun's rays beaming out from behind the big cloud, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, even on my drive down to Boston, everything just seemed more vivid for some reason, and I was just looking around, taking it in while also trying to drive, so obviously like I had to be safe about it. But I had a moment where I realized the cheesiest thing, which is like everything will be okay. Like, there is light on the other side, figuratively and literally. And it was just a beautiful moment. And what's even crazier is that this morning I woke up and a friend had tagged me into her Instagram post that said she remembered when I told her to always look up. And it's so funny because I remember that moment, but I don't remember what happened after that moment. And she had told me that we laughed about it afterwards, where I had said I didn't mean for it to be that deep, which I'm like, story of my life. I just somehow managed to go down the deepest rabbit holes without meaning to. Like, I promise you, whenever I'm talking with any of you, I don't mean to get it that deep. Just for some reason, it just goes that way. I think I'm just naturally curious. But I woke up to that and I saw that, and her post was of a sunset, and I was like, wow, I did not realize how much I needed this, because one, I didn't think that she would have remembered something like that, because that was, like while I was still in college, so like 7-8 years ago, I think. And it just was like a reminder of like what I had thought about the night before. So it's kind of crazy that it showed up in a different way as well. But yeah, this week has just been a lot of remembering and a lot of realization. On my drive down to Boston yesterday, guys, I literally was like, oh, she's back. And by she, I mean me. Like, I feel like I'm remembering what I am supposed to do, because I have a tendency to get swept up in interpersonal relationships and in guys, and that's not what a woman does, that's what a girl does. Like, you know, I've been acting like a little girl in a lot of situations as of lately, and I haven't been acting like a woman. And so me accepting my role and how I've been projecting and expecting other people to be, that's all on me. And I had this realization. I first journaled about like, all right, let's get real, Michelle. Like, what is it that you actually did? I did that a couple days ago, and then everything kind of just snowballed. It's like, all right, we acknowledged our role, we've accepted it, and now we're realizing like, okay, we haven't been very mature about this. Okay, maybe it's not all the other person, it's partially you, if not all you. So anyways, that was just something that I realized this week and I want to share. But also that candle you see behind me, money candle, manifesting abundance. Spent the entire morning, I'm a little burnt, at the beach with Michael.
Look at the coconut. Oh.
Nice.
Inside's kind of gross, but yeah.
He just cracked that open.
Okay. When's it coming up?
Cute. Yeah, but you have to turn the camera the other way.
Oh, how do I do that?
You can't, you have to stop.
Really? Oh.